Welcome back to Romance Scams, officially episode number 1, Technology. Technology is a wonderful thing. It makes our lives so much easier, so much faster, access to information that we wouldn't have normally, more people, more cultural ideas. But unfortunately, this technology, apps and software and devices are also used by the scammer. In fact, they probably know how to use them better than any of us do. First, we're going to talk about VPN, which stands for Virtual Private Network. I think we've pretty much all heard of what VPN. There's commercials and ads everywhere for VPN. It's been around for a long time, probably longer than what you think. And scammers also use this a lot. It gives them a way to hide where they truly are, because they do not want to be traced, they do not want to be tracked, and they do not want you to know where they are. Not only is this important for hiding, but many of them also have an elaborate story made up of who they are and where they live. And if you found out that this guy in New York City, by the name of Fred, for example's sake, if you found out that he wasn't actually living in New York, by tracing and tracking his IP, then the scam would be over. He would be found out and he would be gone. Unfortunately, on to the next one. Cell phones are another technology that is used by the scammer very easily. I do know some who have multiple cell phones. They have one per scam that they're running, so that they know, okay, this is the phone that I use to contact Sarah with. This is the phone that I contact Peter with. So when they get a text message, they know, okay, I have to be in this character, and this is who I'm going to be talking to. Technology also allows them to hide their gender. Not every scammer that you talk to is that gender you think they are. Quite often, women in romance scams are actually men. And men who are in romance scams are quite often women. And with technology, they can hide their gender as well. Okay, so let's go on to software. And apps. A lot of people nowadays are using cell phones more than they are their laptop or their desktop computer. They're using cell phones, they're using iPads, because they're a lot more portable and usable than just a desktop. I mean, you can whip your phone out of your pocket and you can text your friend. Or your iPad, you can sit down in a coffee shop and text your friend. So these are the, like, cell phones and iPads are the most commonly used. More so cell phones. Because the other thing that the scammer can do is get what I've had referred to as a burner cell phone. You can get a cheap $20 cell phone, you can get a SIM card, and then you can get pay as you go. It's not a plan. There's no identity involved. It's just basically a throwaway. You can throw it in the garbage, or you can use it to contact Mary in Poland. In fact, it's easier and cheaper for them to use a burner phone than it is to use a cell phone that's tied to a plan. Again, they don't want to be tracked. So they're going to do everything that they can to basically be secure in what they do, what technology they use, etc., etc. Now, dating sites are wonderful for finding people to talk to, go out with, hook up with. Anything romantic involved. But they're also frequented by the scammers. Many of them do have screening, and they have moderators that do watch for these things. But they're still there. The scammers are still there. Do not think for one moment that any dating site is going to be just honest people. They're full of scammers too. Facebook, I love Facebook. I really do. However, Facebook is one of the easiest places for scammers to reach out to their victims and to get new victims. It's easy for them to create a profile and just have on there, you know, the odd photo, you know, when it has workplaces and all that info profile. None of that's true. The photos, they probably grabbed off the internet. But my point is, those pages are quite often scammers. The best way to protect yourself in Facebook is to make sure your settings are for privacy. Do not make your page public as much as you can. Keep it private. Do not accept friend requests from people you do not know. Even if you're looking for somebody to go out on a date with Saturday night, don't accept their friend request. And if you really are sure that you want to accept their friend request, check out their page before you accept. And other dating sites, such as Boo. I love Boo. That's how I met my boo. They're great. They're absolutely wonderful. You still need to be careful. You can't just go, oh, this is totally safe. This is totally safe. Everybody on here is just so real. So not. There are scammers on there as well. I have talked to some of them. I have talked to scammers on various different apps. Don't think Boo is automatically full of scammers. They're everywhere. I'm just using Boo as an example of my experiences. I've also run into people on eHarmony that were scammers. Like I said, they try very hard to screen people, but it's not always possible to find the scammers because the scammers are good at it. They're good at hiding. They're good at projecting a false persona. Let's see, what others? Oh, yes. Be careful when you talk to people on other communications app, such as Wire. There's so many out there. There's so many out there. It's a good chance when somebody says, oh, let's just go over here and you can talk to me there. Ask yourself why. And ask them why. Why do they want to talk to you in a different app, a different program? Why? Some of them are encrypted, some are not. Be very careful where you talk to people, like what software, what app, whatever you use to talk to people. Just be aware. Technology is not as safe as you think it is. Go through your settings. Make sure encryption is enabled. Make sure you have privacy enabled. Look after yourself. Technology is their best friend as well as yours. Do not look at it like, oh, this is so great. Nothing bad can ever happen here. Yes, it does. So be safe. Best recommendation, apart from setting your privacy settings, encryption, etc., is use a VPN yourself. Use it. Use these tools to protect yourself. That's very important. You have to protect yourself. You have to use the technology that's provided to help protect yourself. And that is almost it for this episode. I do want to thank you for the comments that you've left for the intro. It's been great. One thing that did stand out to me: technology can be used to fool you. You could be the smartest person on earth. You could be the dumbest person on earth. You could be the safest person on earth. But technology is such that it can fool you. It can fool them. Stay safe. Until next episode, I'll see you later.